Oh my goodness, this episode is so for the girls. Okay, my water's running a little bit low. Whoa. Picked up that guy somewhere along the way. Wait, that sounds really bad. That sounded really bad. I did not mean it like that. We're off to a really good start. And we are going to switch over to the mic audio in 3, 2, 1. Blast off. Hello, check, check. Okay. This video is so for my ladies. If you are a man, then thank you for coming to my channel. I will gladly see you in my next one. Bye. We are going to be talking about lip balm and foundation. Okay, are they gone? Let's get into the real tea. Also, Dad, if you're watching this, bye. I love you. I know you watch my videos. I'll see ya. Bye. I'm so serious. Okay, let's get into it. I'm gonna scoot over a little bit. A lot of my clothing is not necessarily appropriate, nor is it appropriate for my age, but it is also just not appropriate to reflect the glory and reverence that I have for my Lord. That being said, I know a lot of people can't just throw everything away and buy an entirely new wardrobe. So this challenge initially started out as me seeing what of my old pieces I could use to make more appropriate outfits. And then I thought, for the new year, why don't I do New Year's outfits? I think when people think modest, they think potato sack, and that does not have to be the case, especially on New Year's. I think it's okay if you want to dress up, you want to dress sparkly, you want to dress. Here's the thing. Modesty is not feeling like you have to be a green screen so you walk into a room and nobody notices you. I think the modesty that I am working with the Lord right now is not bringing attention to the parts that are overly sexualized. So I'm talking about like chest, I'm talking cleavage, I'm talking your hips, your butt, female gaze, male gaze, whatever gaze it is. If you are dressing to find your worth in that gaze by having them look at different parts of your body, that, in my opinion, is immodest, and that is what I am not going to do anymore. You can still be modest and also still feel like you're shining like a disco ball when you walk into the room on New Year's Eve. That totally might be a hot take, but let's get into it. Okay, I think this outfit is so cute. If you zoom in right here, you can see this is a lot of layering. You're going to need blouses. You are going to need a variety of tights. The third thing is just going to be layering. If you zoom in, I literally have on sequins and sparkly glittery fishnet tights. Okay, never in a million years would I think I was making a modesty video and including fishnets. And then if we go to the pleated skirt, and don't mind that light reflection that's happening on it, it's just plain black. It's going below the knee, so I think it's very classy, very tasteful. This is a sparkly top. It's actually an old clubbing dress of mine, so it's a bodycon dress that is actually going way below the skirt. Underneath, you just can't see it. Underneath that, go one layer further, I have this sheer black blouse. This is a huge staple in my closet. I think it is so chic, and I love how it's sheer because it still feels feminine. I actually would honestly wear this. I am gonna say some of these outfits I don't know if I would totally wear. Some of the photos as well I would not post on my Instagram because they're a little iffy as well, which is why this is a big sister chat. It's only the girls that are in here. In my opinion, this one is a little bit iffy just because it is pretty short. This actually used to be my old cocktailing dress, so I might have a little bit of like PTSD from it. This one was a challenge. You definitely have to figure out what works for you. I am literally a nobody. This is not a hard yes or a hard no. Definitely pray about it. Use your discernment, follow your convictions, listen to God over literally everyone. So my tights, they're like supposed to be like transparent, but they're fake. They're actually fleece lined, and they have an inner lining that is a skin color because I live in the Arctic now. I think if you were to do something like this and you wanted just to feel a little bit more covered, you could always go for like a strictly opaque black tight. The only thing that's not covered is my hands, a little bit of my neck, and my face. Other than that, I'm completely covered up. If we zoom in though, here I am being a little lady. The sequins, the layering, everything, it just makes it look really interesting. It's a lot to look at for something fun like New Year's without, let's just call it what it is. It's a lot of interesting things to look at without being like, hey, look at my cleavage. I don't think modesty has to be boring on onward. This dress was a gift from my mom. I paired it with the same black silk blouse underneath. You can kind of see the black lace on here is kind of shiny, kind of reflective, so it really matches the black blouse. Close up again, you can see all the wrinkles and stuff. But any way that you can like layer things, I think is like really cool and something to play with. This one, I don't know if I love this or I hate this. I feel like I want to like it so bad, and there's something about it that's just a little bit off. If you guys see something that is off about this, or if you know what's weird about it, please comment below, because I genuinely don't understand. But this is another example of the blouse and the tights paired underneath. I still think it's very feminine, very dainty, girly. This one was a challenge because this is a New Year's Eve dress, but to make it more modest, that was hard. So let me know if you like this one in the comments. Okay, here we are with another. This one, there's something weird about this one too. Maybe it needs a belt, or maybe the cheetah dress just doesn't fit totally the right way. I think maybe I was trying to show you the neckline. So if you look here, having like a tube top kind of thing, pairing it with a blouse underneath. So you just have to kind of play around and see what looks good on you, see what is flattering still, while also not totally drawing a bunch of attention to your skin, I guess. You know, if you draw attention to the cheetah print, or you draw attention to the bow tied around your neck, I don't think that's necessarily sinful. I think you can still express yourself in a tasteful way without making others stumble. This one was a vibe, I have to say. I just really like this one. Along with the first black one I showed you guys, this one might be my favorite, honestly. I don't know if you've noticed it. If I were to wear this, I would get tights that have the sequins all the way down into the foot, because that is honestly just distracting to me. If you didn't notice it, perhaps people wouldn't notice it if you were out. So these are normal black fishnet tights that I put over some burgundy tights as well, just so it would match my burgundy blouse. I'm telling you guys, I got this blouse in every single color. To me, this is elegant, it's classy. Something like this is so versatile too. I mean, you could wear this to like a holiday work party, you could wear this to a party with your church, you can wear this to a date, you could wear this just on a night out. You can literally wear this anywhere. If you were to wear this anywhere not for the holidays, I would recommend removing the rhinestones on the tights, but that's just like for that New Year's like sparkle pizzazz moment that we're going for. She's like, ooh, classy mama. Let's get into this outfit. This outfit is weird, I'm not even going to lie to you, and for some reason in all of the photos I took, in this one I literally look like a bobblehead. I don't know why my head looks so big. My head looks huge. This is another idea of layering everything, because if you were to wear just one of these pieces by themselves, it might be a little bit iffy. I have this like rhinestone body chain without the big fluffy jacket. I think that is a little bit iffy as well, just because it really outlines the chest. But for New Year's Eve, I think if you pair it with the fluffy jacket, it kind of breaks up the pattern. It's more just kind of like an extravagant, fun, big, oversized necklace. First thing I do want to say, I wish the two pinks were the same color. I know that they are not, okay? Don't come for me. They're so close. They're not quite there. But again, this is just inspo. This is educational purposes. This is an experiment and an experience, that is for sure. These are the jeans that have the rhinestones on them. I wear the same black top. I actually had this like another body chain that I put around my waist to put down onto the jeans, and then I had this pink thing that already came with those chains on it, and the chains matched. And so I thought that this was just kind of fun, and again, not that I would necessarily wear this, and some of it is kind of ill-fitting and a little bit awkward. This is just again to show, if you look at coverage, you look at how revealing something is. I'm purposely wearing a very, very, very high black top underneath. What's showing? The top of my feet are showing in my sandal heels, my hands, my neck, and my face. Other than that, I'm completely covered. You cannot see my skin. So I think there's so many ways that you can still take accent pieces and just modify them to be more covering. This one I just do not really like this one, but I wanted to include it because again, you can see the blouse with a more like embellished dress for something like New Year's Eve, okay? It's festive, it's fun. To me, it looks a little bit like something someone would wear on like Dancing with the Stars, but hey, just because I don't like it, that doesn't mean that you can't like it. If you like it, rock on with your bad self. I love this outfit. I don't know if it's iffy. I would have to think about it. I think maybe my poses are just a little bit iffy. Definitely looks shorter than it actually is. I think I hiked it up a little bit just to show off the rhinestones just for this video. I'm not going to be posting this on my Instagram. The old me would have 100%, but I'm not going to because people just don't need to see that, okay? Again, this is big sister talk. And this fluffy jacket, I just think this fluffy jacket is so cute. This is another pose. I'm like feeling myself. The old me would have posted this in a heartbeat. Guys, this is so cool. I just look at that and I'm like, yeah, she's cute, but like not everybody needs to see that photo. I put my hair up because I think if you have a lot of fun stuff going on, sometimes it's nice to see the neck and just get the hair out of the way and just let it kind of come together in that way. The fluffy jacket, I took the two corners and I tied it in a knot. I had never done that before. It worked. It was so cool. This is a tube top dress as well. You can't see it because I covered it up. If I'm not posing like that, it does go down further and it is pretty covering. It's a weird thing because every time I say I'm feeling myself, part of me is like, kill the ego. Right? At the same point, I don't think modesty is supposed to mean that we just try to make ourselves look ugly every single day. I think it's about the intention, and I think it's about being respectful, keeping our bodies sacred. And I think there's a lot of ways to still express yourself while doing that. Take it to God. There's so many times I wake up in the morning and I say, Jesus, what do you want me to wear today? Help me like pick something out. He's just the best girl dad ever. He's the best girl dad. And he will literally help you pick out your outfit. And you can ask in the mirror before you leave, like, is this okay? Would my dad be proud of this outfit? You're gonna get a very clear yes or no. I can tell you that. Here's the crazy part. To have that conviction about not wanting to post some of these pictures just because of the poses or the flirty or seductive eyes or whatever it is about it. Back in the day, the things that I posted online is like so wild to me now, especially when I was living in Las Vegas. That culture can just be so toxic, and even like the dress codes and having to go clubbing and keeping up with the beauty standards and the fashion standards and all the things. There were times that I would literally go out just with a bra on as a top. And I think there's a lot of people that do that actively. You might be thinking like, wow, I literally wore that last Friday night out to the bars. There's literally no judgment from me at all because it was me. It's really cool to see how the Lord is working in my life because I'm so confident in myself in such a wholesome way from the Lord and not from needing external validation at all. I worked so hard in the gym. That was a big thing for me. I was working really hard in the gym and then I wanted to show it off. And I feel like that is so common. After a good workout, I would look in the mirror and be like, oh, my glutes are so pumped. My waist is so thin. And oh, look at this, pushes up my boobs. Like all of those things, right? And now even totally in private, I can look at myself and I just see a daughter and it's not in a sexual way. And I just want to preserve that so much. There's literally no reason for me to be any type of sexual object. That side of me, everything, I want to save all of that for my future husband, like as a gift. And it's literally heart surgery that God did on me because I literally cannot explain it. And I'm still working through it. And you know, a year from now, I could look back on this video and be like, oh my gosh, what was I thinking? This is just where I'm at right now. And I think the biggest dishonor that I can do to God and to you guys is to pretend like I know what I'm talking about. I literally have no idea what I'm talking about, okay? I just want to document my journey as I go because maybe someone can be inspired by it or get something from it. I've taken a lot of weight off of my physical appearance, the weight off of finding my worth in those things, but at the same point, I've shifted that weight and that focus all to my future husband because I want that to be special and sacred for him. It doesn't mean that I'm going to just let myself go and dress in a potato sack every single day and just like completely get rid of my sexual identity. That's not what that means at all. It means that I am dedicating that aspect of me as a gift solely for him. And until that happens, it is getting locked up in a box and pushed into the corner because there's no need for it. I am not married. I used to be a flirt, okay? I'm not even gonna lie. I thought it was fun. I thought it was interesting. Maybe I was bored. Maybe I wanted the validation. I don't even look at people like that anymore. I do slip up. I obviously, if I see someone attractive, I can recognize that they're attractive, and I pray about it. I slip up. I'm not perfect. It has gotten significantly flipped 180 because now my primary mindset is, if I do this or I say this thing, is it going to dishonor my future husband? And 9 out of 10 times the answer is yes. And then I literally quickly change lanes. I swerve out of that situation. My focus has shifted. Yeah, I hope you all have an amazing New Year's. I hope maybe you got some inspiration or at least some entertainment out of this video. Definitely just pray about it. Use your discernment. Do not listen to what I have to say if God is telling you something different, okay? This is just, again, educational purposes. I love y'all, and I hope everyone has the best New Year's ever. If you guys are doing anything, make sure you are safe and make good choices. And I love you guys, and I'll see you on my next one. The next time I see you, it will probably be 2026, which is madness. That's crazy. Oh my goodness, that is so wild. Fire off in the comments if you have any thoughts or opinions, or if you think that they were all hideous outfits. Let me know. I can take it. And then I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.